Guys, we're talking about money today. Everybody loves money. You have to have money in this business. This is a capital intensive business, and if you don't have the ability to raise money, you're not going to go very far, especially when the market turns, because right now there's low inventory, but there's money everywhere. When the market flip-flops, there's going to be deals everywhere, but money's going to be hard to get because the banks have shut down, private money lenders are scared, and it's going to be a skill set that you need to basically work on. And we're going to talk about in the next video that I'm putting out here in a few days, a few different ways to find private money and where to go to look, because looking at your local REI club, talking to investors in your market is not the best place to go. But that's for the future video that's coming out next week. Today we're going to be talking about a case study on hard money loans that have points up front compared to a private money loan with no points up front that's a higher interest rate, and which one's better. Because I get this question a lot. People are like, I'm tired of paying hard money loans. It's too expensive. They're easy to get, but hard to make money with because they eat up all the profit, right? And it's getting tougher and tougher to find deals with a big enough spread in them to use hard money loans to make a profit. So I advise them, why don't you offer private money lenders a higher interest rate? Why not offering them 15 or 18%? And people's eyes glaze over. They're like, I'm not paying someone 15%. That's way too much. But is it, right? So let's look at this case study here real quick. So we're going to take this property up here. It's going to be a $100,000 loan over a 6-month time period, which is pretty typical for most of you who are going to be new flippers. And we're going to talk about buying this property with a $70,000 purchase price and a $30,000 draw request, or $30,000 amount that you're going to use for the repair cost of the property. Now, the hard money loan is going to be structured with 2 points up front and 12 points. Now, point is just 1%. So 12 points on the back end is going to be 12% per year or 1% a month. Now, 2 points on the front end are the origination, or the points that you're going to pay up front, plus we're going to have what's usually called an origination fee or extra fees in there. In this case, we're going to use $1,500. This seems to be pretty typical for hard money lenders in my area. It could be different for yours. So let's look at the math on this. So we have 2 points up here, 0.02 times 100,000. That's going to give us $2,000. Those are points up front that you're going to have to pay cash out of pocket, right? And then we're going to have 12% for 6 months, which is 0.12 by 100,000 divided by 2 gives us $6,000 or $1,000 a month for 6 months, plus our origination fee of $1,500. Total that up, guys, and we're looking at $9,500 to do this 6-month project. That's a lot of money, right? Is there a better way to do it? I don't know. So let's look at this real quick, because a lot of y'all are not getting private money loans because you have no credibility. And just like you're competing for deals in the marketplace against other investors, you're also competing against other investors for private money. There's only so many lenders in your area. They can only lend money to so many people before they run out of money. So let's say this private money lender's getting 10 or 12% from other investors. The only way that they're going to work with you if they like their prior working relationship is if you offer them more. So why not offer them 15% with no points up front? So here, let's look at this. 15% for 6 months. 15% by $100,000 for a year would be $15,000 divided by 2 leaves us $7,500. $7,500 is a lot less than $9,500, especially when you're doing 20, 30 houses a year. So that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Because these points up front, we can pay more on the back end, a higher interest rate, but still pay less for that loan than we would using the hard money loan. So maybe go out to these private money lenders and offer them 15%. Now here's also the interesting thing here, because this is not just that you're saving more money, you have a lot less headache. Because up here, you're gonna have to bring a lot more cash to the table. Because you're gonna have to pay the $2,000 up front. You're gonna have to pay the origination up front. You're gonna have to pay the closing costs up front, right? And then they're gonna hold this $30,000 in repair in an escrow account and release it to you in draws. So you're gonna have to pay the first $3,000 to $5,000 in repairs, prove to that lender that you did it, show them photos, show them the receipts, and then they're gonna release that money to you, the next $3,000 to $5,000, and it's back and forth, show that there's more work done. They're gonna release another draw to you and another draw. I think we have another video talking about that. But you're gonna have to come up with $2,000, $1,500, the first $3,000 to $5,000 for repair, and the closing costs, you could come up $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 out of pocket just to get into this loan. And that's if that hard money lender doesn't make you leave a temporary down payment in that deal, which a lot will require you to leave about 10% of that deal. Now, why is this better to do a private money loan? Even if you were to pay 18% here, but you didn't have to bring the points up front, any other cash out of pocket, it's still gonna be better. Because usually I walk in with $10 earnest money or option money on a contract. I pay these individuals, I borrow these individuals money at 15%, but I have nothing to pay out of pocket when I come to the closing table because they're funding everything. Even the insurance and closing costs are wrapped in. So I walk in and I get my full repair cost check in one lump sum, because these are private individuals I have relationships with, friends, family members, business associates. And so I don't have to come up with any money out of pocket as compared to up here coming out a lot of money out of pocket, and I'm paying a cheaper rate. Think about it, guys. There's a lot better way to get money. I hope that I explained this a little bit further for you so you can understand that it's okay to pay a higher interest rate. Don't be so focused on the interest rate. Focus on the overall deal, because if you have to bring a lot more money out of pocket, but you're also making a lot less, but it just seems like you'd be paying less because the interest rate up here is less than 15%, it's not always the case, guys. I hope you liked today's video. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.